Hope you're doing well. Indiana comes into this game second in the NBA in paint points. I know that's an area you guys have really been focusing on defensively. What areas, I guess, specifically, or what specific challenges do they present down in the paint for you guys tonight?
Their size in particular. They play a big lineup. Obviously, Sabonis playing heavy minutes. Just him alone's a problem in the paint for any team. He can get in there. He can score, he can pass, he does it out of the pick and roll, out of post up, and the board. They do a ton on the board. So a big part of the paint tonight is boxing out, rebounding. Then you got to give Brogdon a ton of credit. He gets down in the paint. He's a problem on his drives at any time. He's capable of driving. So it's really going to challenge our defense, but this is what our defense is built on, is protecting the paint. Obviously they're going to shoot some threes tonight. We got to get out there and contest, but overall protection of the paint starts on the ball. The shifts, the closeouts will be important as well.
Thank you.
Richard?
Coach Borrego, obviously you've talked about switching some lineups around and trying to figure out the best rotation for your big guys. You just mentioned Indiana's a tough row to hoe there in the post. Anything different tonight, or are you just trying to look for improvement?
Well, we're always looking for improvement. Tonight, Cody Zeller will start at the 5 with PJ. This isn't anything earth-shattering. He's been our starter. We're going to give that lineup a go tonight. And then, Biz will be ready off the bench, Miles ready off the bench, and we'll adjust accordingly.
Let's go to Nick Carboni and then Rick Bonnell.
JB, how have the guys responded in the day between Monday's loss to Orlando and the three-point shooting defense there, and continuing to work in this zone as you prepare for another game tonight?
Well, the guys believe in what we're doing. It's just a matter of executing, getting better at it. We're going to stay committed to what we do. I think my first year I tried to cover everything. We tried to cover every hole, and you try to cover up one hole and it springs up somewhere else. We're going to be who we are. We just got to do it better. And some nights you need a little cooperation from your opponent. There's things that we can do better, obviously. So we'll continue to use our man principles, our zone principles. We're going to mix it up. Overall, we need more effort, more commitment on the defensive end every single night. And I'm proud of our guys. Our guys believe in this. They look at the numbers. They know there's teams behind us in the defensive category that are competing for a championship. We're a very young team. We're fifth youngest team right now in minutes given out. And so far, this group has bought in. So we need that effort tonight. Obviously, it's a very good team coming in here. It's going to challenge our principles, our toughness, our physicality. But our guys are up for the challenge.
Go to Rick.
JB, obviously this season, sending somebody to the bubble in Orlando is different from sending them up to Greensboro. How much is that going to complicate how you guys make choices between whether somebody's better off here or with a Swarm?
Yeah, Rick, those guys have been out of the rotation. Obviously, they haven't played a whole lot this year, so it makes sense for them to go play. If we need to bring them back, we'll bring them back. Obviously, we'd love them to be in Greensboro. It's a little bit closer. They can come up quickly. This might be a little more complicated, hopefully not. But if we need them back, we will do that. But the most important thing is their development right now, getting reps. I'm thrilled for them. I've talked to each one of them. They're going to go and have a great experience with Coach Hernandez, and it's going to be all basketball for 6 weeks. Whether we bring somebody back or not, I don't know yet, but we're prepared to do that if we need to, and the league's prepared for that. So, we'll adjust if we need to, though.
I'm curious also, Terry this morning said that it's really on the players. If everybody wants to talk about playing more man and playing less zone, it's really on the players to demonstrate to you that that's a good idea, as opposed to putting it on the coaches to have to make that determination. How do you feel about your team, the way it functions when it plays man defense, the way that Terry was discussing?
Yeah, look, if the number one thing in this league is getting your guys to buy into a system on the offensive end, on the defensive end. And when they take ownership of it, that's better than anything that I could say or a coach can say. And I think our players, it's not just defense, it's offense. It's every part of our basketball team that when players take ownership of those pieces, you're going to be better. They're committed to it. They're held accountable. They hold each other accountable. So that's huge for us. But I think our guys are bought in no matter what. When they are bought in man, we're rolling. I mean, our defense has been exceptional. We're I think 4th in the league right now in half-court defense when our defense is set. And it's both man and zone. So more than anything, Rick, our guys have to believe in it, trust it, and commit to it. They have, but there has to be buy-in. And when they are bought in and they're holding each other accountable, that's the best for our program.
Go to Danny Thompson and wrap up with Rod Boone.
Coach Danny Thompson with the 3-point conversion. You watch a lot of film, and I know on Monday night, you played the second unit with Gordon. What did you see? Now you had a chance to look back on it, and will you play more of that group together? The 4 bench players, well, now Cody starting with Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon's mixed in there with a number of lineups. We'll continue to look at that lineup with Gordon handling in that second unit. Absolutely.
Hey, JB, you mentioned earlier starting Cody at center tonight. Tonight's game 18 for you guys. Just rotational-wise, are you surprised maybe if it's taking this long to kind of figure out who plays best with who combination-wise? Obviously, no preseason, but it's taking a little bit longer to maybe figure out what you want to do combination-wise out there as a coach?
Yeah, Rod, I mean, this is unique, this situation. A couple of factors are, not having a summer league, trying to figure out Lamelo. That's a part of this. Not really having a training camp and being together like we're accustomed to. Didn't get we were thrust right into the heart of the season quickly, and we're learning on the fly. There's not going to be a set rotation for a bit. I keep saying that, and if you guys are looking for one, I'm not going to give you one, in the next couple of days. This is just going to happen over the course of the season. The bigs are, it's a challenge for me trying to figure out who to play. But that's my job to figure it out. And we're just going to continue to look at different lineups, see what fits, how this thing works together. And, I like to stay as consistent as possible. And I've tried to stay consistent with that starting lineup. And the other factor in all this, Rod, is the injury to Cody. He goes out of the lineup. He's our starting center, and Biz enters it. And now you bring Cody back into the mix. It does complicate it, but that's okay. That's our job. We'll figure it out. It's just going to take some time, and I'll adjust accordingly.